The Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, also known as ISIS, has been terrorizing the world since the group was founded in 1999, but there are some special people who aren't willing to put up with them. Before we begin, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Jason Troy. Jason Troy is a Canadian EMT from Alberta who left Canada in 2015 to become a volunteer fighter for the Kurdish Peshmerga. He had a few friends who wanted to join the fight and he came along for the ride, one of the most active volunteers in the group. In November 2015, he helped liberate the town of Sinjar. While he was working hard to fight ISIS, he admits there are periods of boredom while waiting for the next fight. Joanna Palani. Joanna Palani was born in Iraq and then moved to Denmark at the age of 3 as a refugee. At the age of 23, she dropped out of college in Denmark to go fight ISIS. She did it to fight women's rights and democracy. Palani joined the Kurdish Peshmerga and the Western-backed YPG militia in Syria and has a bounty of $1 million for her head. However, she was arrested and put under a travel ban by Denmark, causing millions to criticize the country's justice system for punishing someone fighting for such a worthy cause. Kimmy Taylor. 27-year-old Kimmy Taylor is the first British woman to fight against ISIS. After graduating from University of Liverpool, she left her home in England to join the Kurdish Peshmerga and spent 11 months training as a soldier. In February 2017, her group home base was attacked and she fought for over 3 hours. Luckily, she survived. Matthew Van Dyke. Matthew Van Dyke is a filmmaker as well as a former mercenary who fought alongside rebels in Libya 2011. He also founded the group Sons of Liberty International. This is a private contracting firm that helps train Assyrian Christian men in the fight against ISIS in northern Iraq. Van Dyke works with former military professionals to provide proper training to over 300 local Christians who were targeted by ISIS. Tim Locks. Tim Locks was living in London when ISIS attacked the Kurdish area of northern Iraq in 2014. Locks was so disgusted that he decided to sell his house so he could buy the equipment needed to travel to Kurdistan and fight ISIS. Locks had no previous military training and only got basic weapons training in Europe. He did all this knowing he may not survive, which is why he sold his house and left his construction company. He wrote a book called Fighting ISIS and he turned back home after 5 months. Heidi Shingali. Heidi Shingali was originally a singer who made waves on YouTube. A year after she posted herself of singing, ISIS stormed Iraq's Sinjar province. Then Shingali went from singing to making battle cries. She joined the Kurdish Peshmerga and soon became the head of the Sun Brigade, which is an all-woman unit. Shingali never became a victim and took up arms to defend herself, her family, and her country. Nahida Ahmed Rashid. An all-female Kurdish militia has become one of ISIS's worst nightmares. Led by Colonel Nahida Ahmed Rashid, the 2nd Battalion has about 500 members. According to Rashid, being killed by a woman is a great source of shame for ISIS members. Avery Harrington. Avery Harrington was a former U.S. Marine who was pushing 50 years old and working on bridge construction in Ohio. Then he found the Lions of Rojava online. He decided to put down the tools in March 2015 and take up arms and join the fight against ISIS. He joined the anti-ISIS Raqqa operation and the YPG militia. Wahida Muhammad. 39-year-old Wahida Muhammad may seem like a quiet, subdued woman, but she is a force to be reckoned with. Better known as Hanadi, she leads a resistance group of about 70 men in an area called Shikat, which is about 50 miles south of Mosul, Iraq. ISIS has tried to assassinate her 6 times so far. Clay Lawton. Clay Lawton first heard about ISIS while watching The Daily Show of Jon Stewart. He spent some time in the army after graduating high school, but was never deployed. After the army, he was lounging around Key West, Florida, when his friend sent him videos of ISIS executions. Lawton knew he had to do something, so he searched on social media where he eventually found a Facebook group called Lions of Rojava. In turn, they connected with him with a YPG militia in the Middle East. He returned to his home state in Rhode Island in 2015 and is ready to go back at a moment's notice. Well, that includes 10 people in the army you won't believe exist. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Since you're here, be sure to check out more entertaining videos here are fierce. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe. And as always, stay fierce.